Alright guys, so I know you don't know me, but I'm gonna go ahead and do the intro from the channel I had before. So if you see this and you subscribe to the channel with this intro, I'm the same guy. You can subscribe to me because it's the same person. What is going on, Shadow Army? It's Gravity Shadows here, and I'm here to talk to you. Well, today I'm not here to play a game. Today I'm here to talk mythology. And the reason for that is because I'm sitting here watching a video for the God of War 2018 theory of who blew the horn as you're trying to tend to Atreus. Well, this guy's saying Tyr, saying Odin, saying Balder, saying all them. I don't think that it's any of them. And here's my reason. You spend the whole storyline, basically, the main boss of the game, the main antagonist of the game, being Balder. Balder is the brother of Thor. You kill Magni. Yeah, that's the main one that anyone's killed in the game. I don't think you can kill Modi. I don't think you can. I think that's a set character that Atreus kills. I think Modi's the one that Atreus kills. So I think every character, no matter what you do different, I think Magni is the one you kill. So it's obviously not the sons of Thor, Magni and Modi, blowing that horn. So what I think, based on my various hours playthrough, yes, I'm a little drunk right now, but it don't matter. But from my various hours playthrough, the person that I think that has blew that horn is Thor. And the reason I believe that is because Thor and Jormungandr, the world serpent, the one that you blow the horn to summon, have had a history. They don't like each other. So I think Thor blew the horn, Jormungandr came out, and they fought. And here's definitive proof of why I think it was Thor and not Tyr, Magni, Modi, none of them. Because in a fight with Balder, towards the end of the storyline, Jormungandr dies. He's hit, whatever, he dies. While you're fighting Balder. So, I think it's Thor that summoned him. And fought him and actually killed him. What helps me in this belief is the end of the game. The very end of it. You're in your cabin with Atreus as Kratos, and you hear a storm, you get up, you go out your door, you're met with someone from a lightning storm, wind and all that, and spoiler alert, it's fucking Thor. Like, it's just Thor. So, that's my belief that it's Thor that blew the horn. He knew about all the shit that Kratos has done. Like, he had already knew that Kratos, because it didn't happen until after the Magni Modi fight, Kratos killed Magni, which was, of course, Thor's son. He had already beat the hell out of and forced a retreat from Modi. Well, my theory is Modi was a big tattletale, little scaredy cat and all that. He went and told his daddy about it. Well, his daddy came to Midgard, summoned the world serpent, killed the world serpent, harvested the power, got stronger, did whatever that you fucking get from killing a snake the size of a planet, and then decided by the time the game was over to come and attack the person that caused it all. So it was Kratos. So Thor coming to visit Kratos and initiating a fight is why I think it was Thor that blew the horn to summon Jormungandr. It was Thor who come at the end of the game at Kratos' home. And in my opinion, if there is another God of War game to come out. The Beginning. And Cory Barlog, I hope you're fucking listening to me right now, because this would be epic. It would skyrocket God of War to a new fucking level. You could make 20 more games off this if you planned it right. But in my opinion, the next, if there is, God of War game would be The Beginning. You start off fighting Thor. Don't fault me, but listen to me. You start off fighting Thor. You kill Thor. Well, then you have to go through all the other Aesir gods. But then, when you get to the point you killed off all the other Aesir gods, because, I mean, that's what Kratos is known for. He's known for killing gods, right? So, you kill off gods one by one. When you get to Odin, he's learned some tricks from Freya. Puts a spell to protect him. Well, then you have to go back and fight all the Vanir gods and all that to learn all their spells and imbue your weapons and armor and all that with the Vanir magic to conflict against the Aesir magic. And at the end of the game, and I guess it would be considered God of War 5, if it's the one where the end is you fighting Odin. Well, you learn all that, and then you go and you fight Odin and you kill him. That's the end of God of War 5. Here's how you can play on it. You go to God of War 6. Just like when Kratos moved from Greek mythology, he moved to Norse mythology. Well, then at the end of God of War 5, you move to Egyptian. And then you go back to Greek, where more gods have been formed since all the other gods have been killed, and you just have a never-ending loop. Go from go from Greek to Norse, then to Egyptian, and then you can go back to Greek to where all of the gods are reborn. Don't give them the same name. Like, there's Zeus, there's Ares, there's Aphrodite, there's Athena, there's all them. Give them new names. Like, those were three main ones from the main God of War, but there was so many more. I learned about them in history class. There was so many more Greek gods that you could put in play. You knock Zeus out, that would make the prince of the throne become king. So whoever the prince was would become king. And you can do the same with Norse and then Egyptian. And then, and only then, when you've went through all of the names possible, you come to America. And no, I don't mean USA. I just mean North and South America. You have all kinds of gods. You have the Mayan, Aztec, and Inca gods. You have Quetzalcoatl. You have all of them. Hell, if you want to get down to it, I wouldn't mind seeing fucking Kratos fight Godzilla. I wouldn't mind none of that at all. I'd pay $100 to buy a game just where there's only one single fight of Kratos, a god, fighting Godzilla. You could spin it off. You could make it just what was supposed to be God of War and going through mythologies and all that. That's fine. I'm into it. I'll buy the game. I'll play it. God of War 4, I've literally played through, I cannot kid you, 100 times. I've done new games and all that 100 times. I've played through the entire story literally 100 times. But then there comes a point to where you ask yourself, do we end it because there's no more mythology, or do we end it just because there's no other content? If you want your game to be specifically mythology, then yes, end it. But if you want your game to continue, go away from mythology. I mean, yeah, Godzilla, Rodan, King Ghidorah, and all that. Yeah, that's MonsterVerse type shit. But if you get with the people that make that and they okay it, you're set for fucking years. You can have a whole goddamn game that leads up to you fighting Rodan. A whole goddamn game that ends up with you fighting King Ghidorah. A whole game that ends up with you fighting Kong. And then the last game of the series, after all the other monsters from the Monsterverse have been fought, the last one be Godzilla. And please, I swear to God, if you do this, make the last game to where you do go and fight Godzilla extremely freaking hard. Like, even if you play, like, God of War 4 has settings. Just give me a story, give me a balanced gameplay, give me combat, give me God of War. Even if you play on level 1, which is to give me a story, still make the Godzilla fight extremely freaking hard. Like, you have to have the best everything. But the main purpose of the video was to explain that I'm watching this video right now. It says God of War Theory, Who Blew the Horn. This guy's trying to say that it was Tyr, that it was Modi, that it was Odin. No, I believe it was Thor, because shortly after this in the story, and I remember because I literally, like I said, I played through it 100 times. Shortly after this, not too far into the story, Jormungandr falls dead while you're fighting Baldur. And at the end of the game, Thor shows up at your house. So, I think it's Thor. Feel free to argue me in the description below, but that's my opinion. I'm into this mythology type shit, so it will have to take a serious explanation for you to convince me my theory is not correct. Not really sorry, but I'm into all this mythology shit, so it's gonna take a lot. By the way, it's my new channel, I guess, because I wasn't able to get into my Gravity Shadows video, like, channel and all that, so it's my new one. If you subscribe to Gravity Shadows and you like my content, and you want to see more like it, subscribe to me. I believe it's JordanTHarden@gmail.com, some shit like that. I don't know. But you want to see more stuff from me, because you was subscribed to Gravity Shadows before, subscribe to this one. You'll see more. I'm going to get back into the video capture and all that stuff and start playing games on consoles more, but tell you this now, I am the Gravity Shadows, and I will see the rest of you Shadow Army later.